I'm sure most of you are aware of the movie Django Unchained. If not, for those of you who haven't seen it, you at least heard about it and know of its popularity. But did you know that Django was actually inspired by a film from 1966? Django, starring Francisco Negro. Now, a lot of people are confused by this movie, thinking, oh, Quentin Tarantino remade this movie? No. Quentin Tarantino took the name and inspiration from the movie. The rest of Django Unchained is original. And Django was one of those names during the old, 60s era westerns where, it was just a common name for a hero. Django, or much like Rango, or, one of those western type names. None of them officially related back to this movie. To my knowledge, there's only one movie that's considered to be an official sequel that has Francisco Negro and is called Django 2. Unfortunately, that has not made it to an English dub, but I'm pretty sure you can still find it in its original language. This is an Italian-Spanish movie, dubbed over in English, and it is an awesome spaghetti western. It's about this mysterious drifter known as Django who carries around with him a coffin. Now, what's inside that coffin is something that is very deadly and very awesome. A Gatling machine gun. It's about him getting involved in this small town that has a crossover between the pre-KKK members of this one General Stevenson, I believe, who basically just wants to kill anybody that isn't white, anybody that isn't... It has to do with the Mexican gang and all that. Django kind of gets forced in between both the sides, in between Stevenson and the Mexican gang. Now, the reason why Django's after Stevenson in particular is because he killed his wife. And Django wants to get this gold so that way he can kind of buy a new lease on life and bury his old life. Or as he refers to burying who Django is. And it's really good. It's a really awesome, fun Western, and a little bit gory in parts too. There's some pretty extreme scenes in here. Even pre-Quentin Tarantino, ear cutting off, and I believe tongue cut, and also I think someone gets their tongue cut off. I could be wrong on that. But very graphic, ear cutting off, and towards the end of the movie, something does happen to Django, and we are almost certain that he is going to be doomed. But of course, he rises above all that. I would definitely highly recommend this movie for those of you who are fans of spaghetti westerns such as Fistful of Dollars, The Shootist, any of those types of movies. This is definitely up your alley. A little bit gorier than those, but definitely worth your time. And that is the original Django of Francisco Negro. Now, for those of you who don't know, Francisco Negro actually had a cameo appearance in Django Unchained. During the Mandingo fight scene, there's that bit where the character that lost goes up to the bar, gets tequila, and asks Django who he is. And of course, Jamie Foxx's character says Django. And Francisco Negro asks him if he could spell it. So he spells out the name, says the D is silent, and Francisco Negro kind of does that look of, I know. That has a little callback to him playing Django. A nice little reference and a nice little scene to the classic film. Like I said, definitely worth your time. I believe you can find this. If not, it's kind of rare to come up. But I'm pretty sure if you look online on Amazon, you could find it for a good price. This I kind of lucked out and got at Blockbuster before they were closing down.